Hello there. How are you doing today? I hope you're feeling settled and that you're ready for a quiet story. This is a Fireside Tale, and today's story is called The Birds and the Cat. So, find a comfortable place, take a slow breath, and let's begin. There was a garden, quiet, tucked between two houses. Not very large, but large enough for a few flowers, a low stone wall, and a small bird bath that caught the morning light. Every day, birds would visit. Sparrows, robins, a wren or two. They would flutter down from the trees and land on the wall, deep into the bath, and scatter seeds across the stones. It was their garden, until one morning a cat appeared. Not a wild cat and not a cruel cat. Just very still and very watchful. He sat on the wall, tail wrapped around his paws, eyes half closed in the sunlight. The birds noticed him immediately. And they did what birds do when something frightens them. They flew high into the branches, calling out sharp little warnings. "There's a cat! There's a cat on the wall!" And for a while, the garden was not theirs anymore. But the cat did not leave. Day after day he returned, always to the same spot, always very still. And slowly, the birds began to notice something strange. One morning, the littlest sparrow, braver than the rest, dropped down near the bird bath. She found a seed and picked it up and dropped it. The seed rolled across the stone, closer to the cat. The birds watched. The cat's eyes opened. He looked at the seed, then looked away. His body stayed where it was. No sudden movement. The sparrow flew back to the branches. But she remembered. A few days later, a robin splashed in the bird bath. Wings flapping, water scattering in bright little drops. The cat watched. His tail twitched once, but he stayed where he was, only watching. The robin flew away, but not as far this time. Then, one evening, just as the light was beginning to fade, the birds felt something change. There was a sound, low, rough, not from their cat, from somewhere beyond the fence. The sparrow froze on her branch. The robin tucked low into the hedge, and the cat on the wall, his ears swiveled. His body went still, but not the kind of stillness that they'd seen before. This was a listening stillness, a waiting stillness. The sound faded, and after that moment, the cat settled again. But the birds didn't forget. And then, one cold morning, everything changed. The wind was sharp, the sky was grey. The birds huddled near the hedge, trying to stay warm. And then, a shadow. Larger than before, another cat appeared on the fence, rough, scarred. The kind of cat that doesn't wait, The birds went silent, and the cat on the wall, their cat, stood. Not quickly, not with anger, but steady. He stepped forward and placed himself between the rough cat and the birds. The rough cat paused, eyes narrowed. A low sound came from his throat. But the cat on the wall did not move. He simply stood there, still, watching. After a long moment, the rough cat turned and left. The garden was quiet again, and the cat on the wall sat back down, as if nothing had happened. But the birds had seen everything. And from that day on, they watched him differently. They still kept their distance, and they still flew when he stretched. And the cat never stopped being a cat. But the garden became a place where they understood one another. The sparrow would land on the wall, just a little closer than before. The robin would bathe while the cat watched. And sometimes, on quiet mornings, they would all sit in the same place. Not together, but not apart. And that's the story of the birds and the cat. And in that small garden, things were not quite as they first seemed. And sometimes it takes a little while to understand what we're really looking at. I'm Giles. Good night.